is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Ahaya Boadu TV, my mama nyina akwaba emfambraso. Ensem esisi, ensem esisi, ensem esisi. Yatiti send this forecast high ena Iran-Isreal war. Ena ayeden, enuna ayeden, debi wa ayeden. Iran-Isreal war no. Like effect bene da brain. Bombo ni bibahana. Enuna Wontumi boys no. Wontumi boys in some garden no. God na sarbeya. Oh me sum gidi. Am say, "Hey! Mama kasa asem no. Na se dollar no kra nya hodin kodu 25 krampa. Munni hu kwan se wasem kasa asem." Kufuado be ka say Russia Ukraine war ena ma ho kiraba Ghana. Hey, Kufuado ya twini mu mane ya twini mu ebi di na tem ena Russia Ukraine war omunku no monyomo to kono mo kweba ne sen statistics naba God in mo fanto so nyenko omo the statistics bi ato so ka aba ne nya seketwa yekuti om
na can you imagine say asem no court na me say asem no court wa na court hwe nsem nyina no ka say sa charges we ade bow asomasi ana obente no we die emra kwan mu no oniba ko ni fo a enti acquitted and discharged her. In your mind, one can say, judge no, wabuntangia. Because Attorney General be painting a picture be say, or mudi for remedy, or mostly pa bonny for Mariasida. It's a backy can in one thing. It is a judge, no, as me one call to. Investigations be brave with Yasia, I indicting call for, but what the court to her, and to me, not as a name. Entimi nyina mra no etwo buo mu fo wabonte awie e ka obetima ka se oh ya ye investigation say ni we mu na ena no pa mafale asem no e wo court enti ye di asem no court e ka no ano no but to hold a press conference condemn them. In fact, you have already sent them to the gallows. I'm telling you. So that is the perception out there. And they are menuka say. Now, one of them is even getting suicidal. Yeah, I'm telling you. And I am telling you, if you don't know what you are doing, you are killing people silently. You are killing people silently. Because what can want someone a boom for every etene kwa kwata kwa dey nyame adoma e kire no pa from kwansa hom no mko demai because already we so mudifo. And you are not the court, you are not the law, you are the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. You forgot about the fact that you are Minister of Justice. Where is the justice? Where is the justice? In the case of Adubwahini, ube good animasi. Emma bosomi kropo twam na wontimi fa ne nko court. Emma Dubois had to sue you. Edana wo sue you na ade chia na wo se be court. Who you okay? Ghana ye mortgage mamu. Ye koto aba. Hwe dia mo ye we no eye characteristic of a military junta. I'm telling you, dia mo ye we no eye characteristic of a military junta. Almost said the begu animase ade chi ne yakum. Almost the pentu black. Eti ye do boka to ne true fa abonte go pa. Obi aso wo de for that because Attorney General say why you say wo wie sika we wo koye we wo na koye say ti ne abu for ne yakum. Na mencha de and then this phone timi nkumu nipa emfatuo ense obi so nkuni biemu nti no. Now psychologically you are killing people. Oma wo yo mu say no. Omo mu yo I can tell you asori kwa ntimi nkobi. Abusia some crap ba omontimi they can no longer appear in public space. What you are doing is crazy. So obintimi nkan kire wa Attorney General make hwe when they na court ya woni cha ye ka say we dey Collins Dauda jabu ye kuro nyame adoma from nyame adoma Monday eko men so me be compile list of enkofo boni a mo ya ndisi a ye do ko court a wo attorney general wo ba ye wo di aka do fi da pinto mo so omu nkofie Collins Dada the charges na yesay etanopam betrese ba fa Collins Dada charges e de court wo wie sika we $200 million and the man Collins Dada say ofan kwesi dan 5,000 units I was agleme e wie akire ni ye tua $190 million and then you see 1,350. The aka wa henfa. And that was a Collins Dada nya bone. Collins Dada was one nya bone. Yep. In fact, see be gina bontene ka say we charge ye ye kon one by one at enka papa ye ne one governor of the Bank of Ghana. Say ko what principles are and what conscience are e ka dwon kwan ko be jai. Because at the time he was standing trial. And then we say after that some year term, Ategya ya appoint to governor of the Bank of Ghana. You have no credibility. And to those charges you be count. Am obi e we say we denani DNA, we sani DNA. It almost esia bontia ni ahwe what they are going through. It is not the best. Attorney General, who will rise over to will be a court, no problem. But imagine bonting, you the Attorney General. Attorney General is not the investigator. Attorney General, you don't investigate. That's not your mandate. Attorney Generals don't investigate. You only interpret the law. Say, reported their brain. We a bit wage number him. We a bit wage number him. Now we court. And then Justice Remusai Bible can say who be one or say what question what can I know to be bring answer. Say Justice Remusai say when your papa be and then when I spokesperson for Yoko, we are spokesperson for NIB. The Ben sad in the baby, yasi. I hear no, Becca, we go through investigation we go through investigation we home. Sanko from wo say, I am telling you, say ka more power during Rollins era, e can buy worse than John Rollins. Can be come depend na wa bonti da bia. More criminal mentality. Adwe wo mutim e crude. E crude. What? Obia disika fa ne court but me gina bontin wudi pa kwani mase let the person have his or her day in court. Let that thing happen. Adai, what is that? And there's quite a course of parliament. Interior minister and that I mean charge say we no ko boom minority leader our parliament. Mutaka Mubarak, look, how we behave when they may be home. But I'm telling you, for the past 2-3 weeks, in the way of parliament, a good when must be careful and fatal position as interior minister and fatal. And what? And I no pay me whom baby. Na MPP internal matters. Rebecca. But it drew when you be Pandora's box on one. You be Pandora's box on one. Nine money PP bar, moving stop will be. Michelle, I've matched me who video be. Baby, I had just a mirror about me will be a child anopa. Na a brandy bitty baby. No, had just a mirror picture up to her. A dinner temfeno, wooful and in bowie. Nambi Busam will say, a then the Benny bedrew hosa. Ufulani ni bawi the bena unwe bianema test concord for executives calling her full ani ni ba me sha well eye tab ni bedru sama me see program bebe fe boot for boot tab ni bedru nti no when it is simmering at the ebobo bank account can say the pa and stop no some of us will not join at the foundation level. Because me honey try a low grade mammy. But me baby where the thing will reach its apogee, at the zenith, no. A honey, what me po. Aha, what me pay me when with foundation level they say yeah, there be. But when I did not a rich horn we say penna and the pocky crowd near the SCNE. The apogee. When it reaches its zenith. A honey be whom a branch defense a quabwa. Or born you be yourself no pressure. wɔsi ya wo sɛ kokum wɔ so na wɔn pere no kokum abrebea ne ade ade enti wo de ntɛfrɛ ne nkota mo da mo nya ase ba duru so hɔ mo na we join bia me wo fi a me prepare ɔho sɛ me ba me pese me ka topic we me ni say by the time I men first case no na foforo aba then ya be ka me ho say normally what I prepare say me can me ntimi nka me duru say pe na then different inspiration comes extempore me come baby
me ada me can say o program say why that OSP say
sao
because o ka betire mu a so adwuma no no
esa obra betire mu wo de etito sa friend nipa ko lo ma betire mu because there was civilized society now sa nema sabi producer government MPP government appointees omo Nana Akufo-Addo appointee wo mo metima ka say bare 95% of them eda so kroma at least 95% of them nipa be me ense bia me so mo tu kwan e bia kodi 2 months mini ba ko nyame adoma edwada wo so oba bi di aba betan kodi bronya ansa na wasenya ko eti omo ti krom ha no otu nsa frɛ na obeba choka atakoma no fa because the person is supposed to assist you in the investigation. You can't compel him to say anything or talk about the sabeto na no obabona enti yenye nema in a civilized manner say be ya if we actually ba ko wodi for na abono rough ye mo akwa babie ma
me che what here for no here for
na mpacho eyi na ti say enura wo hwe yi ni bia na anasa homachi wo hu Iran ene Israel fonto koya abaso yi minim odefo obaba mu and its implications in fact Ukraine Russia so enwie
bebre who say yes asem sikroma ya wan hwe ni ya na kofa nsem do dia because on my yentie ho and yengie ho ye dwane other issues e cause we are aman
yes
enti de bia na ye ka se audio economy now the politics e do bia ho be chew enti ko say yenim de kofa bai yeto ha na be kan na yempa boni se ade we ntoaso enkwachire se toaso kwachire on say price of oil asati pija no ho say no my ye gains and me ka de bia se eni se ye kokrum se kwa celebrate go gains ye nya no ni nyina ye stay na ade na eba inte basa wo so unya kwan a wo fi no structural challenges a wo no so do 2 year na da bi se external shocks no eba wotimi asia no ye mon pai se efi na ye koye ntoko ye ebeba form ekofom a enyina no ebeboa yen nti ko don kakra me se meka wo ho no na mo me fa bi ntwa mu se
yes
in the coming days I'm say if Monday or Tuesday no it could be say Ghana Association of Ghana Academics Professional Forum on Bejuma de kese I'm say press conference center
okay okay
I'm say almost person mo access MPP National Executive in 190 days
oh okay
ne minority force on be mo hojuma
mo be minority force hojuma kakra asu how say mo carry mandate ni year na say
parameters
okay fine
omo year NDC no on pese omo nye 180 days omo 190 just say omo mre
okay
mo so position na woni so chim kakra dan so na be settle no ne so
woni so be tanta
nti omo na mre kakra nti e be dis adwuma yi
parameters prof me ko training college o
yeah
me ko Wesley College e Kumasi na ye project work na me supervisor no me ya me ko what are the parameters what are the parameters me not amenti asie papa you so njemase oh my bro prof me ko ba what the parameters me ni so no aso no was dan me explain the parameters ni ye chabedia just say if I me ye project 3 years so still na no parameters no part because me tia say ya
and the indicators in count
them no so what say me ko you know but what the ba me say
indicators in count
indicators in count na abrante bi e fe no tanku hwani computer na ye ko edima me bo video bi na I think say as o mine no ye careful kakra prof sabi producer bebe wotifie du wakusku akudu se obi hia osisi no one udi nkomo na okase we PhD holder now for topic be bana within 5 minutes me sure say ubenya bibi utrim say e bia branti anai bi kwa bebe koye na ade no e bia wo fom kakra
computer dey use sense
computer say wo call training college wo so nya admission e wo university na no muniska e no de call training college say be ya obetimi nya alawa kakra owie ye no say that time no so call training college 1993 okoye ICT and vocational studies assessing 1993 na owie ye no media minimpo prof that na ICT wo hosa was owie ye no Peter meba ho sisi a owie Peter de minim se wo call Wisconsin so wo classmate ho ye because ye body e benya bi din abo e yiso collegon ya large collegon na prof papa ne say owie training college no na ye be post no data training college we a o say de ko be ba cha de primary school ya no so nya no kore obetima che primary school and secondary school was it na regional education office for ka say wa ben dodo enti eni se de ne ko primary school ko waste the talent straight na de ko secondary school computer na jump no one
senior high
okobimbila senior high
na ndi one tie video ni
I what you
also call bimbila senior high
okay enti any straight away de ne ko secondary school mo ko chade we secondary school no ko chade secondary school kind of no so upgrading and we call that be for no best the call
pudon
and we call science and tech of course
training college first
after training college no best no be chade was secondary school and na almost so abedodo o free meba tobo alaji meba
start bio because
dabite wo wantie
primary school na also aben
dabite sa me just me kai wantie enti o mo hwe no mutie you have to be a listening student I beg you you have to be a listening student
I don't remember anybody there.
Prof Tio was what ye no call ye the first degree I was science and tech school be first science and tech university not to papa so the first degree no
science and tech
owie ye no and no san ye what to pass one no was University of Education no sa kwakwa ye another first degree in education hey owie ye say anoding was that I can't remember what they was afraid about when you that opportunity. I can't remember post that video no and then Saturday you
I'm for kunya makuma na me nyese meet mako
prof say me data me send ya ma because I did ready anoding so obi awie training college na yes wa ben dodo entia ma ne nkocha de primary school na JSS ye de ne ko secondary school e be see o yes da it's never true. Training college reported that time you just needed 40 marks to pass at a point in time unya nyina say unya 39 krompa omutimi consider no aye in fact training college wo pass you try the certificate no po achi distinction
e betimi aye no kre say training college o you training college na wo cha there wo secondary school yeah call no for no it happened to us but that time no enye time akwa we work it's true
and yanka say wa binti ko
no
na regional education officer omunmu de wa ben wa bon wa pass
in fact nipa na o kire me mass e wo secondary school canton secondary school or no that time no we training college
but me so we come modern day enye medieval times so
school 1950
all right Mr. Santi me ma wo PowerPoint bi ho ya fato so maye na prof ni have conversation no on say reporter ba say first quarter say economy no etimi aguru kama pa ekosoro beyond even expectation binumu so ni ndisa bend oba o ma yade mo hwe first quarter crowd yaye me de me million man say ibusa na first quarter no na ho budget de ye adwuma and this forecast on your budget year month bay and it's start implementation month bay until you say and this for na ya na to say tie be dia ho nkomo prof ha one day what finance no what economics na say intino maybe the minimum mass kra mempe intino prof ne be Peter you know what to say Iran for talk no prof
we sure okay press conference can help you
nyambo mande die no we know first quarter die no
lecturers for the press conference
oh okay
a PhD holder issue
oh sir
I can hold
oh and my yard
and mine and so can hold
mine addition mine and I say goodie galamsey okay
the national executive so we can
okay but mo ye mind in ho asema mo ma Peter ma Peter wo namfo wi mo galamsey baby I know what almost small scale man oh that be difference
small scale man there's a difference but in practice there's no
so what is we are talking about what is on paper
but that's not what they are doing
we are talking about what's on paper official
ukro ye tu galamsey
I am papa krum asun omutu galamsey ma o ma say ho
yes small scale man
all right Peter let me say you run at the no quick one Iran and Russia it will okay
well and I'm 17
oh I this
is squad
you be more assessja sir and you be na dey say ukwa abucha omubo footballer security for so mo hwe match ni bio omo chi hwa ha enti be na tell no dey chi hwa ha
anya papa no say ayi omo mo unya jotas
ono na no Mr. Said about your PowerPoint time me de ma wo no afefa to so na prof and run you through na anopin na yin about your wo fi a obeta fa pen paper na wa chocho kakaka say de be ya bitime so de prof acho and kakaka na was the release of 2025 first quarter GDP estimate benkum no say nominal GDP wo ho so betia say dia na real GDP 2013 prices so wo hanum but the prof acho yen kwa
go no say and then answer last week, I'm saying this week, and statistical service better just say, on my PJM, and dear, my who say a PJM the GDP, and then a economic activities. Send on mine, Muni, Unuma, Juma, no. Then you're calling him fine. Until you ever told Jana, say, who said, be a nominal, be a real. Now, Uchima nominal, no, I say. Wafa ade na on nye bibia wo aye raw ade ekita na wo de ba the real na say wo ti bibi so afim wo ti inflation na se for feel nominal na obenya the real ti start with the nominal figures na ya no first quarter of 2024 and then first quarter of 2025
okay
enti ye wi ani aba real no so na fa ye bisa say aban we and no massa changes yaba and as I did know why no say see and no massa diaba na one for credit no
okay
na then e be me sua fisa de we so
okay
no na e de hu komo
all right
na offer 2024 first quarter no my economic GDP as the activities not Ategya anymore from 290.7 billion na ira me fan say 2025 first quarter a call to 375.1 billion.
It's a jump.
No.
Okay.
Into your chimutu, the overall economy and your non-oil economy. Too far changes are banana just say 84.4 billion abekaho in value terms. And now oti the non-oil nzu fima senate. Because the oil na kaho a more different picture. And now you oil no film so and it's more different picture. Definitely won't say a bed drop it to 279.3 billion. Naba could do 364.3 billion over the period. And this is a picture we have in terms of nominal GDP. You have called the real GDP. Now I'll call the real GDP. Just say yeah, adjustments. Kakra ewum. To your adjustment now to inflation as if for FIMA. Send a figure no so ethic. And I say overall no amount 50.8 billion. Now that was 2024 first quarter. Yeah, the quarter by quarter if it be seasonal effect. It just say make it changes for cultural economy beer in fairness over the period they are affecting the economy now only control until oba until quarter by quarter now share and also real GP now over say 50.8 billion Akwa could do 50.3.5 billion now share the real growth now over say growth rate you know Ategya nimu with Akwa 5.3 and them say minutes abe 2
okay
but all the non-oil no ye na oil film about 6.8 until these are the figures as at this quarter just say the growth no economy
okay
good
6.8
and no non-oil economy oil film because oil say part of nyoma the growth no be afi yanko from kakra na here sectors I ma sadi epejad
proper to basa 2025 no uye no non oil any oil na ayi de no so 2024 so te say okay no say non oil and then oil okay pacho yanko
yeah now share the sectorial GDP now sector by sector send kosie o share agric no so
when am here no what are the main drivers no so these are the drivers.
Okay. But you very come who reason so I mean so a mass idea so by each of the sectors now. Now here the nominal GDP I say I call kakra in terms of agric. Agric 83.2. That's a nominal.
Okay.
Now industry 104.9 billion. Share services 165.4 billion. It shows say so share the real sector growth. Near minister number 2 jar. You who say 11.5 in terms of agric the growth and I say in terms of real values. Now Uber industry 17 billion. Service 23.2 billion. It share the sectorial GDP no. Now Uber in terms of sectorial shares, just say sectors and almost so contribution as you're saying. Yeah, they're not so at the abetoho. Share the first quarter 2024. Agric 21.1 and I figure near what first quarter 2024. About 2025, the first quarter, Ategya anymore. How na issue make a flower? And then the Ebeka was
okay.
23.5.
First quarter.
I just say there's an point to be or hard. Just say according to kakra from 21.1 to 23.5. Just a changes are banner at 1.4. Akosro. Now share industry so who green just say
akosro
because 29.6 first quarter 2024. And now by 2025, a cost road to 29.7%. But those share services above from I show negative figure. I from 48.3 in the first quarter of 2024. A cost could do 46.8. It just say we share the service sector and to me I'm pigeon and cost road. Into 3 sectors any edi hujuma in terms of sectorial shares 21.1 to 23.5 for the agric, then we have 29.6 to 29.7 for industry. Just so share the sectorial shares are service atodwa
aba from kakra
from negative
quite negative
negative. Even industry from 29.6 I got 29.7, just 1 point
downwards.
And I got
okay,
good. Until the major increment was a free agric.
Okay,
I got 1.4 pips points. Now share year on year growth. This is where the entire discussion
year on year 2024 versus 2025.
Yeah, the first quarter.
Yes.
Let me say I checked here for the entire year quarter by quarter. For all the entire year because we avoid this seasonal effect. Now Oka agric 2.4% the first quarter of 2024. Now agric Ategya moved to 6.6% for 2025 first quarter. It just say 4.2 and abeka ho o share industry 6.7 across through to 3.4 we above from no because Wontumi nya a figure and the industry last year and first quarter no na industry na ye grow mine the growth na fi industry ecosi this year no first quarter na atia bafo
and ha dwen kakra
to -0.33 wo ho service sector na a 4.7 it's a call 5.9
it's a cost kakra 1.2
yeah na over the overall GDP I feel we are no about the entire period no when a minister also at better 5.3
yes
into the overall GDP here with oil eka ho a fee 4.9 first quarter I could do 5.3
yes
the same fourth quarter this year there's an increment in 0.4 now over non-oil so about 4.3 to 6.8
okay
now godo ye hu sa figures in na wie no
Mr. Santipacho, a possible so between the prof a sekwana baby amame na abra woni wo kire ade why pacho ye so be possible a fine ye possible so we go on
no ade we beto dwa na me say oman bibia na obi afa credit say me na me ye obi na yes ade we me say I was see jai sad ne kan but mo de me catch MPP for say any nkrofo etie say obi so per credit afa ba ne
say dia anya hwef ma no
because say on not here
on the tia akunya no so yes
na yen kan say edane so a obey willing say onko bobi sombo say obi na ye ananya no ye
me position no
no question I was see bisa nyina na ade a ye bisa ne say growth yi ba ya e ba ne sen now over the period now you see say agric 2.4 acco 6.6 industry atia perform from 6.7 to 3.4
atia perform
yeah
okay
we saw tia akosro na aya ebisa say anytime unya sa figures in bia no edin abeto ne say moderate growth structural imbalances we share idea ohunya growth no ye hu overall growth 4.9 to 5.3
yes
a moderate growth
okay
I feel they want to say year on year na me kire na a structural imbalances
baby
na ne ka atia from beti ase ka structural imbalance na sectorial imbalances ayesa wo fie na wakofa akonya na me so na me computer em fe pa carpentry
sa
sectorial imbalance also do but you know ma picture kakra
okay
o say ukomna carpenter ya akonya or the measurement to
yes
or the 2% ni nyina balance pepepe na timi apeja enti ye economy ye hwe yi akonya na etiso yi enti we ka sectorial imbalances one leg na 3 legs na etiso one leg no e Greek
and the kama
another leg
industry a shiki
another leg
services
in so 9 means na otiso a why do you say o sini nyina na a balance pepepe
yes na why comfortable
into won say a 9 back or kosoro a 9 back or buffo a 9 back I so gina the pure akunya wo transfer be yi
we do beti ahwe because wo hwe agric de na ne 9 no wa hwe ne de ne 6.6 and na industry de ne 3.4 and na services 5.9 the 5.9 and 6.6 no podi e ka betimi obi ka obetima adwo so ho kakra but 3.4 no dear akranate in the 9 that leg na too short
ba ko kra industry so no tell us better form nti unya sa picture way about your economy na o say uhwe ni ye esansen from a bi e be bo wiase bia na enko ye no e mo akunya no beti ahwe
but proper question ba ko ni 3 legs agriculture industry and services say services eco form kakra na agriculture any industry e wo sora baby aye Ghana for ye we die ye mi se bank enu nken se da nye hu sa but agriculture any industry eco form a e problematic ana
the industry cry is a major problem.
Yeah, what I'm just say services cry poor form kakra body a ye say ka e se da nye hu ma me sa but industry and agriculture call for media na ehu
nti baby e woni asomai
sabe industry wo form
nti say o bo ho safo hene na o kan sem okroma e na o hyesa de yi ti picture o betwani sa akonya miensa na ba ka otiso no en 9 year 3 kan yi mu anan kan nyina epija kakra na ekonani bebe bi ko shia na ko yi pa bunya problem afi mi say ho say e ba ne say ne abedu abi edu now why even for growth 4.9 to 5.3 or then for the entire growth so cost through 4.9 to 5.3 the overall GDP of this economy
yes
across through 0.4% and
0.4
now o hwe sadia o bisa ho say e den ne masadi aban we ni modemo anase e previous administration bi o de tuja ana wiase mfa so yenya ene de sa growth yi ba na medical just we like get asem won ka
yes
na o ba sadia o fa sadia kra na even the legs e ka ho asem say o bibia oboni be ka say employment opportunities yeah for first one agric sen na epija na ema economy kosra eni pa nyina betima akohanya employment o hana
dabi
a problem
anya possible
now person so senior economy long term growth this akonya otisu intima anko ni yeah should overall GDP when the money buy this administration or the old administration
sanity what's the reality
you afraid be time lag time lag na kwa say emre woma ema policy bi it mean effect on performance
yes
abain ba so January 7th and also fa kunye na ubisa say policy power the to the manifesto no the key ones are hu ye no na 24-hour economy ajumara na eden bi so be kaya
me 24-hour economy
big push
10 billion big push
the big push
and as a process big push na 10 billion
and omo project policy bi omo dey ato ho through that policy no and omo dey gadeska 10 billion no omo dey aye kwan omo dey aye industry omo dey aye no nyama be bi ejuma na kwan won say rules wo call tank sana omo kan ye enya me sana meti
and a budget the buy
no na on the be Ghana kwan nyina because say the local regions no rules are obobo no $800 million
and our budget
allocation for this year
cedis or
dollars since coming here $10 billion and our first budget of my no they've allocated allocation no not even this releases or disbursement $800 million
and 1 billion
no
hope city no na say no so $10 billion
many are paying an $10 billion
waka was stagnate wo proper to us just will play devil's advocate you
no me say
that's what he wanted to say
offer all the manifesto promise about the betuja yeah assessment ni we who say ade na me de pan was if any game changer
yes
the game changer was a 24-hour economy
yes
I am even Fatuma because a team will support Ananya Papa. Diana
United.
Chelsea.
Oh, now Chelsea there, sister said
there. The coach, you know, which is now. Or play your bar, son of a changing game.
Also, what team is say, Eka crowd, because a man you
which three,
and you better any day. It's a woman ministry. Idea, you can't game change. Just say, what you know, or touch into the neighbor, no, it's a game number.
Yeah.
Tika, on my year call. I feel why game changer no bana kwasi krom I will be changing game na mine. Fortunately I say January 1st. It's very January. And I'm say be pan on to one.
July.
Is it July? Ah yeah. July.
Omo be policy no. And that policy no I guided the implementation. The implementation there
almost koye nsuo na nsuo bi o baabi so buku bi nsuo no wa ma ka afa ho sesen yo 24 hours
game changer on the part that them want check and then say o chen say oh hadwin into make a policy mass adi into the July 1st na ever there eje go o ba bedu
ye twen no July dey nche
o be change game no mayo. So kase then the master figure ekosra. No me change game no onya mai.
Zande pa chome dase pa de me pese o ya no ayama.
No master dey etimi kosro. Tiba kase the growth that we are enjoying now as a result of proud policies.
And Dr. Donfe me hu ni story ba ko bi na me hwehwe sisi ba me hu wo se sa gains bi no say credit the be they we should give credit to the previous government. Good. Some man was up you know. What was that publication? Okay, Martin.
Proud policies.
Okay.
Clearly, you see, say, may come back to be near so bob you.
Yeah.
Unyanye you. Tell them our case growth we on the buy. And ye, into a case proud policies, and I'm from 4.9 to 3.3.
5.3 yes
percent over the period first quarter. Into time lag no cry identify say a proper policies, investment, reforms I buy previous administration. Any other new globally so what trends because so for the period. Now we share back yeka reasons afiyemra to industry. I conform to 3 negative 3.3.
How the harding
on my the industrialization ecosro
ecoform.
I say ecoform there. You better industrialize over the period. Who be some question? Very good question. The place say near coso we are some man. And to 2 year bed then say. Me sorry me who bombs ecoso. Now I was scared.
Me dem yam sisi me
because me who bomb bomber. It's the economy the ever come.
Because bomb the betu yaka.
Yeah.
Obikra project. Same say petrol crab will be cost about 8 or 9%. The next pricing window. Oh sir. Yes I know machine the no bomb be anto.
Yo. Who be break. It's over negative 3.3. A treasure industry no. The 9 a coffin. Na a drop in industry no. You say a share weak structural support. Negative 3 no. Actually onya supporter aban also the man into a coffin. Yeah. Onya support
no.
So onya support for the first quarter from January, February, March aban by na enye so ye kagu krum na ye ne ma dollar ekoso na ye mfa ni nkosa ahwa ye be sorry no mind a dragging the growth to show and dragging growth no industry and actually abafo until share mostly industrial decline structural support na ocean manufacturing ocean energy areas let me say ya ban ye ni enko ho befa corrective measures alcohol and energy your problem already your problem. So reforms be now set targeted this. Now, over the other one, agricultural growth. Yes, you are recording growth. 4.2% in our cost from 2.4 to 6.6 in our cost. A change in Bibre. So, you bet what I say, then the better start to buy. So, you buying policies or they buy there. Then not good weather.
Prof, wait me try my whole story be wahana me search bia say World Bank for the projections biaba. In some person me question mako wo CNBC Africa for website
Since 2008.
Yes.
Yeah.
What say World Bank global economy set for weakest run since 2008 outside of recession. And was say heightened trade tensions and policy uncertainty are expected to drive global growth down this year to its slowest pace since 2008 outside of outright global recessions. That's according to the World Bank's latest global economic prospects report. And that what they buy. It is a who kakramaye.
Hold on, pa. What is answer we are? Let's say near my economy no also do any kohoye.
Yeah. Yes.
Because a complete agriculture event saying share 4.2. So 4.2 clearly tells you then a mass idea cost.
Level 2.4.
Or 2.4.
Yes.
Then a man cost. Can we say weather?
Yeah, cost 6.6 no.
Me per policy mass idea crowd. And I mean
the drivers idea no.
Because in your policy behind there.
Sloganeering. Yeah. Let's say anything because I yeah anyway.
Is that not what we have been told?
Okay.
One. Never tell mass idea cost through from 2.4 to 6.6. Where that could be part. It might not be a policy of this administration.
Yes.
When they're recording good weather, it can happen because a great if a weather in the devil. What about the world prices of commodities?
Yes.
Akosoro. Until gain this idea,
Cocoa.
everyone in your there's all the policy, and you know this price in the buy you. A German so near to Naima price,
Cocoa price are cost.
Yeah,
commodities.
Yeah. Coffee money na ko.
Enti o share agric
and power. Yeah.
Alaji Omenwu.
Coffee boy dey. Me da alaji dey to coffee mu pack am ho beto me pa. Unko pepito no da bia isi coffee so.
Me non pito.
Go no any new policy. And I'm happy buy.
Okay. And you no to say.
I to say the on. David. Me non coffee.
Enti go no any new policy.
Yeah.
2.4 to 6.6. Policy when the mass they cost. Good weather is part.
Of course.
World price of commodities part. Na yen kase a buying when the money buy. So no better creditor. Yeah for man.
Yeah. Say do ho no ma be hu.
But the church one say and you be a cost in the past.
And then pushy we ma say buy.
Pushy. Then any new policies are.
But prof, it say oh sorry na what is you say now this are the outlook every 4.9 equal 5.3%, less than 1% grandpa, you know, the ordinary to the ordinary Ghanaian no who are we are not the same.
The idea that to say moderate growth.
Moderate, okay.
The summary is a moderate growth and often is sectorial imbalances. The woman. Now ordinary person on the street and then a channel. You say, sir, GDP can want me. So, person share a hoarding be or man, a juma ye or mine who send a tear. Sanya di heno. It is a cost right. Say, a hoarding war, a juma ye, and as a juma ye cost ye no more. Say, or former, it say, a juma and cost ye mine. Into who say, a call 1. Ne call 2, ne call 3, ne call 4, and I say jump from 4, I could do 10. They say, Jumana cost of my man, holding woman casa economy. Productivity costs more. Yeah. But a course are slow pace in there. A casa moderate.
But do we need moderate growth? I think he said there should be some radical ESA. We should be running. And
I said, oh sorry, so Kobonsa from he said. Oh man, why you need okay?
Ye be Wontumi kasa meze amaba.
Say ye can say external shock to tisi krom. Ya da sorry say oil price akofom. Cocoa price akofom. other countries so kontokwa and any ewu crank
me no ka say will be my update is here crude oil and na anope ya cost 72.98
and then me wo e chire crowd na me check here no radio
and see anope ya will be asende me say we check anope
67
yes it a jump cost 72.98 $72.98 per barrel
within 48 hours. You're having about $12
increment
to the price.
You control the world prices. We don't have
72 na ebe hu.
No, they be me so let's sell mining 24 say. Hold on. See anye the structural issues e wo man here. Eh, can you hope
yeah.
And no cow beer is dollar. It's fine. But you figures who are picture be naturally. Yentia kunya papa so.
Da bi sheki.
Anything can happen from a beer boy here.
And who is yakroma no?
Inti yes stress it's a 24-hour economy now. E wo ho a emra neneme boa yen.
Make kwade no de e phantom.
Da bi emra I was ever.
Prof,
the game changer.
Oh, Prof. Ya tiabre, Prof, we the misrewo. Prof, what to kwanya to be a to
demonstration.
Prof, what to kwanya be a to. New York. You see New York never sleeps. Baby, I see New York never sleeps in a Times Square. Times Square no kwa. And any movies, popcorn, jot. Any air cost will hold more. Bank be any hollow that Times Square bank. Asawo. Emma. Sorry. Nya na wokasa menka na wodu me das makama. Enema e koso Times Square eno no. Oh. Ayi shops akese a ewo New York ho nyina adwuma no biatu. So what are they talking about? And a chrome ha. So many pharmacies run 24 hours. And na bomi hu bi baby sa na omo de yabo ho. Omo so bo pon 10. Ba oba 2 o'clock oba just knock. They will open and serve you. Yes, we ponya akra wo.
Lekma.
Enya akra asama kese asana make.
Lekma kwa no so nyina. So about 10 o'clock omo tum no maye there is a door. Udru ha now the prescription atum. No ma befa. Then there is a phone. Lekman.
Lekman. Ayi kra bi wo ha ayi friends.
Enye phone na say me say wo call domi baby am me tra domi road by roadside pharmacy wo ho on there 24 hours and so omu tu omu kania omu dum kania na so ba wa knock you. They are always there. Wo call a gaek omu hospital ben wa atomic energy pharmacy bi wo ho 24 hours.
It's lego mebre osu mebre e wo ho.
Osu di obi am ton.
Na say e be ma police stations kura operate 24 hours.
I wo that police station be near too.
No, but ni 120 days in government. Ne all kind of achievement no mention.
Police
for yeah. 25.
Na police eti patro one na wonya asama na dwa won report wo the police station.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't let us trivialize.
Police station mother.
Aban serious iye. And yet time for trivialities. I was saying me. Prof patro wrap up my and eti edru hambeka
no go don ade many beji wo mu pa say me passport asay but my passport around 1 o'clock so me call passport
na madam mu akwa anajo
send me the 24 hours
na ti would say be prof da we pa na anajo 1 o'clock na wa ubeta wa madam beta say da so won person benya ne no enti do beta say bi ashawa na ekoso as anade na anajo ko dware ya o dress bu kwalifa me pesa be kwaje be passport anajo 2 am no be pene
o ye na sign there what be kwa ma o pesa o kwa sha o
that he's being realistic.
Now who knew yeri that now was waka cho yeri say who koye wo car na say who koje wo passport
1 a.m. and now 12 p.m. Then I'll be ava.
That when I win him, etika if you're done at your hold my number 2 car. Oh, quite far. Oh, I'm not my next week. Me 2 car. My license in the woo. It may acquire a license officer, and I do too. Because this addition member. Because Mr. Q where war.
In the know 24 hours.
In the know of 24 hours. You see, I was for a higher Wontumi radio than 5.9 movement television. So the Professor Isaac Boadu and I said you didn't go. Prof, you wrap up. Yes.
Let me say, yeah, sure. Say, oh my, I couldn't tisono. The 9. And 9 back on a industry. Industry no a short. A coffin. And 9 back with so a Greek. A Greek no so a costro. Na dia mane kosoro ne kan de ntia mane kosoro ne na ba koso ejina so services services no ejina be ejina na nti se imbalance ye ya me hu se growth air recording a pra policies policy na wo ho a ye adwuma sesei na e say na ama oman ye growth we I recording over the period nti ye besre se omomo tie ne other administration omomo NDC administration en hu se ye ntia kunya papa so ti enya hybrid for celebration near see Gaza and na for a warning signs for economy say vigilance na for your credit bia
effect be ma because Gaza nya Ghana bomb to nya ha do ya be enti
because Russia and Ukraine Andrew ha
all right
that's why you maintain say bomb be at
no omo we see attack ni bia
all right to Prof Nkoi wo ha
Prof
yes
na anytime be a Prof be kasa bia no me say Prof there a higher classroom on say growth why you are there na film
you me kasa me issue we
mo fam
o person boki
and then no dey ribo
we on say growth no Ghanaians we be doing say when they say there is growth in agric sector omo join say e bro aya produce crops aya produce and but to the watcher say it is not just about production, it's also about your exports. Scar when your any man will grow for no cost. It says say yeah who near my who say cocoa prices are cost.
Yes, world market.
Gold
a cost.
Probably that is contribute and no cry cost now still an industry and because that's industry sector. Cocoa gold.
Yes.
And no cry a price our cost from share your performance. And our Greek, you know, the MD say now say you can produce less, but when the market price is not a favor, your to grow the sector. That's sometimes
okay. It will be the year must say gold board and BOG's approved price for pound approved price per pound. For today, that was Wednesday, 11 June 2025. Dollar once and walker. Was it the Bank of Ghana for crowd prove my gold board? So amount gold no was 11 cedis 11.4.
But people are quoting
10 point something like that. In the other, the Bank of Ghana quote to 11.4. And the evidence no was sending the
it's 30 now.
Yes, yes, you are right. All right.
Things don't just happen.
Okay.
So sorry ya na bibi esia bibi na kofa bibi ba hwe ora setepe December when during the transition days on a economic advisor to President Mahama
Twaso
Prof there
stay focused
but
Hey, you make good now. Now what day?
I said that yes. I get to watch over here.
Yeah, go there. Yeah.
On it joy interview. Na December ni mu. Wabra na aban hand over mudi notes bibia mai ema NDC for Oka bibi or say there are positive signals that Ghana's economy is bouncing back pre-COVID-19 era.
Okay.
That ono de OGDS we that okaya could be or say that IMF documents be a we any ade amana hu sam passe Ghana yen economy no na back to normal after say yare a eba wiase na bi mada eno na nchen ora ato forcing
after omuka mu bibia oko parliament 11th March 2025 na also oko presented the budget to Ghana for on behalf of President Mahama. In paragraph 43 I say, Mr. Speaker, notwithstanding the gains made under the IMF supported program that was achieved through the painful sacrifice of domestic bondholders, external creditors, and taxpayers, the economy remains in distress. So he is admitting, say, yes, official economy no, you may be woma enkoya na say enye no, but we admit say the IMF there has been gains under the MPP administration. Now we no after or admitted the gains no. And now who's a provoke or can be say oh credit in your hwan. No do ka no kwa nka emfa ma wo say o ma emfa ma mo. And can prof Dr. Domfe or can say no, we should be careful. Now on Dr. Domfe cry there. Officer can frata cry will be also a bonabaso.
Yeah, need the success or council and go for can't or can I go for a person watching the view?
Yes, but sir, as that's no kind only. So as sama at forcing car on the budget statement. I think he is right.
Doc is right.
Yes, on debt management in the sense because Dr. Don't free say a choir can frata faso a year debt exchange program. No, I must say you want high. Ama yes ka bebre ya o say de kutua ye ka ye de e wa brochire ama ye de ka bi kura so san che into for him no ofi say e ya de bia o say bo Kenofrata. Yes, you may have issues with Kenofrata. Say MPP before bebre gra no issue about engagement.
Sure.
That is a different ball game altogether, different argument. But Atuforsen's budget statement in paragraph 64, 65, 69, 70, 71. Say ampa the debt exchange na Kenofrata ni MPP ye no. Abwa ma say ye hwan high. But only more no bet other can say oh going forward no. E kana e wo say betua no be kosoro. Nti be hia more dollars dollars dey akwakutua. No hu de nti Kenofrata yes ah.
Hwan gaza.
At force paragraph 64. Mam 54 say the debt service obligations of 2027 and 2028 are major harms. These harms are cancerous and pose significant risk to the economy. But you see, harms in there, monamoko
achacha see ye chi nentwie no.
Mr. Speaker, beyond domestic maturities, Ghana faces significant external debt service obligations over the next 4 years, totaling 8.7 billion, representing 10.9% of the GDP, with heavy concentration in 2027 and 2028. Again, 55% of the total external debt service of 8.7 billion is due to be serviced in 2027 and 2028. It seems the debt restructuring undertaken by the previous administration was designed to be 2027-2028 heavy, unquote. It seems still, which means that now we are not servicing our external debt as I was saying here. Abana previous abana she be say you benya relief kakra from now on. Me some savings be. Company said 2027 the best start your debt. So now you are enjoying the credit. You are enjoying the stability. You are happy. Because you don't need more dollars
and taking credit.
But abana no some boss I don't know didn't 2027 2028 going forward. You see, and this confirms Dr. Donfeni Prof Asema Omo Kase. Say you want high, no ma bebre high day. Abwaye, ama you want high. That's why we see say economy no ejina kakra. But you should be careful. Near manager no man do set up na cry district interview or yeah. Or say you cannot run an economy without crisis. And that's crisis. What I say, and that the economy no still there are some uncertainties, vulnerabilities, so we should be careful.
Okay.
But President Mahama Sukura can be bisa. Yes. It's no defending the boss and obeka, sir. Ebio
last one.
Hey, sir. Okay, sir.
Me man twice one.
When I'm on train, oh, maybe this year. Okay, so utie the utie the BOG governor, Audu Adamfo, Esiama. Oh, or say, oh, how?
Obian was what down for.
Oh, and I say, oh, there actually, share or say, BOG
off record. Obian the what Peter Twasso, stay focused. Why? Off record. That kind of
small kind of grano.
Obian,
or say a hiano. What's the meaning of a hiano?
Peter, wrap up.
Oh, the externalities are now prof. Can one seminal. Unso kofa even Israel ne
Iran-Isreal.
So kind Bank of Ghana ni statement Dr. Esiama by March 2025. Any May 2025 he talks about externalities. Say our effect. In fact, before that before so ombera kwaye omo PMC report no krano. No a granting interviewer or kase global factors have spillover effects on inflation, capital inflows and exchange rate stability.
He said this Ghana work.
Well,
okay.
You see, so
he was responding to John Mahama.
Any secretary prof Adamfo. What I say? Because they had almost say, oh, a war na cause in enye Ghana na ye kuntokwa. Na adi internet sentokwa cause baby a ye tie ade was say affect here and I say high adwin. But nipa na take the central bank. So, but in spite of some issues, 1 or 2, you know, a man for our money, no din komo say, oh yeah, very good in terms of the work, the juma ankese.
And then they say, oh, be governor, oh, kasa, oh, tan kasa. Into bekase bia, oh, dream che. Oh, dream che patch me, as I choose me west, and then person me use one and use. Oh, dream che, because Prof. What I want to say, it will be cast, but they say, and moi. Oh, aha, obegu when massy. And you be forced to say the truth.
The truth.
You be forced.
So, enti ono abejitum sampa those externalities, you know. So whether Ukraine, whatever, Israel, when you cannot run an economy. Wabra obeka say, oh, any effect. Na President Mahama na wanko parliament akwa ka say, kufuor recession onya in 2007. Any effect on the economy in 2012.
2013.
Yeah.
Hey,
what I say? Enti you cannot take away that na unim. Ne bibia man you can't even BOG reports ni nyina so there. It talks about global economy and improvement and the banking sector how improve kaka bre no kebe kan ni nyina ba one day o say nya bre ne ye kan ni nyina. The final point now we dey wa communion mo unim. Okay, say Prof. Betna baby otia. Eka say banking sector cleanup exercise no. And as a bank financial sector cleanup exercise. So the bimaka say unya 9 billion pe. Now they are solve problem no. But the MPP buy almost over 30 billion. And a cost of sa problem. Now Prof. Beka say nya no kure. Now the problem wasn't only 9 billion. Beside adwuma na MPP here no. E cover other financial institutions are now any banks no kwa. Anything for sanya no kure omunti bi da. Atu forcing in his budget. Paragraph 93. Oka ho asem. Mr. Speaker, the financial sector still struggles even after spending 30.3 billion in the financial sector cleanup exercise by the end of 2024. This includes 26.9 billion spending for the banks, savings and loans companies, financial houses, microfinance institutions, and asset management companies. So the 30 billion almost say MPP are buying SA no. Say banks no kwa egu ye no na omo de SSA 9 billion per na de ntina. In fact omo kan ama. Wa unya Penny Kala, in one of the interview, and you don't need that huge money to solve 9 billion problem.
Yes.
What I say?
Yeah.
Me wa at forcing today. The budget statement confirm say the problem wasn't only with banks. Nemum financial services, other financial services, microfinance, and now good that during President Mahama time. Can want them in the 2016 State of the Nation address.
Asset management.
Any assets management company so any other financial houses a car na problem na ho nyina and a buying say sika no e dey solve wo nyina. So in effect the MPP spent the 30 billion to clear President Mahama's mess,
of course, which he himself had identified
long ago.
Yeah.
What you say?
Yeah.
Now, minim say ebebe ma miaka 1 CD
yebeko okay yebeye abuja for Peter
and so saka bibi e wo ho a yebeba so
Peter say die what can be eye
okay.
Prof, you say Peter wunya the student and who to say what the alpha become a pa. All right, abuja for Peter Ankuma we deputy editor Daily Dispatch newspaper and na motene kano Kachi upe keyboard do 30 billion. Eti mameko prof ki ho prof cocoa sector and apeso can be. We can be kakransa. Eh, Abran TV.
Your problems.
You. Eti you use back on. Call. Aha, that's ko pa yes. Eti what ubekwa hefa now ubeka cocoa sector.
Now we may take a bibi kakra be free ho. Mo fa prof de ni data na yi nto so ma infographics no.
Sa ho.
Mo fa nto so ma.
All right, but you understand about your factors ma me why aha, what that so.
What on?
Yeah, bra.
Yancha atiefo na ka se onkra wo me ho na enyesika. Babia I
we clarification group ye. At least if you for what say enyesika.
Said you say now me I met you also madam for your governor of Bank of Ghana only your mouth for me
by true so madam for no and only you paying you President Mahama
and not the no credit
what
there no credit
yeah ko
say o person say obi ba ban mu na obey responsible obedi nokra ma ne ho na odi nokra ma ne man na waje o man na free ahohihia bi mu e de o makọ ba bi e ya nipa no yes cows are trapped by their horns men are trapped by their ways.
Yes.
Ebra COVID by President Mahama eko na sorry them eko da nyankopon se se odanyame ase se olusu 2020 abano
yeah
anya sanka de COVID aye Ghana economic year de besho
I remember
okay sir
make I
but sa omutimi sa nkofo na san ejina ba bi na omo kasa ye say emfa COVID enye excuse enti anopai prof we dey fache me bomb bia nto Ghana ye nto bomb bia wo ha sei enti say Iran for ne hwan be kon se den on te se mate se bomb ato wa ha no assembly no hobi aka mate because I say about the board teaching no ye the bebo ba go on wo hwe data na so wo hu
what a children
ba dwane kra o te man ni woni ba bia akọ
na oni ba back before but you say said the board techi it's the board techi and ebubu ye and na ye call back no so they say abai the board techi was and ebubu ho do na story ni nie to be akọ forecast bi gas bi oboa
oh no
prof ki kan se bi fa John Mahama
okoda nyankopon ase what na sorry them
eni my pick oh prof I've done it me that's my specialty my cover basis here 22nd August 2020 we thank God COVID-19 pandemic did not strike under Mahama yanko yeah
sir o hwe agric sector and you say agro plus 4.2 na industry eswate unim de echero ubenya unemployment issue apart from ubenya unemployment because babia adwuma ne wona ankasa no raw material base na we produce no nipa kakra bi na be adwuma ho but so person o create employment pa na eno be wo within the industry sector so o pe babi so o man ni benya sika pa eno so ye industry sector but no. And say a ton of cocoa on the average, me find say
at what is cocoa?
That mean me find so on the average, and say $8,000 per ton. So we converted the cocoa butter and some of the chocolate now, you get about 15,000. Ska obenyan. It is a open ska again is in the industry.
Yeah.
It is a aban biba na or the industry diagram. Well no, na adia ya Nesan ya yoho eni wo so enam de be read this adi we nyame no mani ewu we major online Ghana rank 8 among Africa's top 10 manufacturing countries 1D1F praise now o share the second paragraph now go don ti ha say or say again the one district one factory initiative has fostered small and medium enterprises growth while established firms like Casapreco and Farmec extend Ghana's manufacturing reach internationally. Elizabeth Ofosuajare, on a course our program.
Trade Minister.
Yes.
Okay.
And of course our program nasi. Abra MPS yema or more tax exemption.
Almost $1 billion.
Almost $1 billion. Now Ghana companies pay around 300 million. Yes, what my MPP for. Into parliament engine too. It is a we say ya we industry no enya kwa o. It na sa figure no ho no. A deliberate effort and o ma sheda say no o mu fi say o mu frustrate MPP aban. But e ba ye no ene hwe sunsun san so. Into o ma e fi school e ba sisi a so be ye 24 hours no. 24 hours economy na o mo so o mo ba be ye no. And yet to the private sector because our conversations is here to passport office again to port and harbors in the government sector. But no, Ghana, your population say 30 million and nipa what public sector payroll and 1 million.
That
say a child sika uncle for edia. Your child Ghana sika percentage GDP no more mudia uyembe show. It is so be banana adwin ye ne say metimi aka kasa bia me pe. Na mama ya to abama me hwe uhwe figures ya prof say yenye rebate bia sisi
dabi
nti esiden na efiri wo say sa figures we yes 5.3 eno no ye yen credit NDC aban yate ena ya sign a contract with the nurses in yes kona kotu and they say MPP4 godon me wo ba bia me di fufuo e wo Cape Coast na mene NDC ni bi na ya itakoshi ya ho
yani osika
ena mene NDC ni ona okoto fufu last 2 days oto 20 cedis obo ma mini di na mpesa me di ni betu ya wa ha say na ji se ade fufu 20 cedis ni na me say yezu no say me mpem wa asemu
why you careful asema wa kai next taka so open krum obeto ama hey
what to get an NDC person to be angry now
with their own slogan
kan ezu o to na de na so won strength so wo de opa kan ezu ube kwa
o de be faso
but no it me de manu be say
okay now kokoko no
yeah
what about mama 5 minutes with the my cocoa sector no
yeah as a cocoa development and advocacy platform
yeah
institution no yeah publication they can't call it on the government say nanka
but so me tell you benefit so
nanka the price disparity between that of Ghana and Ivory Coast no nka onye bibi mfa ho nyankopon andom dollar na ya man
okay
the appreciation of the cedi no aye ediamano a bag of cocoa in Ivory Coast ene aye 140,800 sefa what the bag Ghana is around 2,500 yes it is cedi na appreciate ya ama the CEO of Cocoa Board ene na pamfo they don't need to do anything sa ye issue na ye kind no but there's an issue as I say and also ya address it can happen awie ye di kan ka say na ohwe the cocoa production na 25% and na yete within the light crop season so 25% no anka be end by end of September nanka you main season the next crop season no sisi almost dey ba August production na yenya nwie ya ne kura no cocoa board di kan be ka che say target SSO almost can nyadi almost beka they are looking for around 20,000 tons nyadi almost beka adentin almost anka last week yeche me am feature me am ye cocoa advocacy no my feature pe na akoche nkofo a omo smuggle 250 bags of cocoa at the every coast nam say nkofo ye nkrase for ebo na say ya wie no
na modeko
but God on there's a sense in that
okay
you cannot prepare chocolate a year papa won fa Ghana cocoa and from yes it is a to free hin kra na esese wo de Ghana de no ebi the fra into the top 5 countries the top 5 countries in the world that produce cocoa no be a unique feature. Ivory Coast is noted for producing the largest quantities of cocoa. Ghana is noted for producing the highest quality. Ecuador is noted for producing the most flavored cocoa. Yes, yes, obia the unique features. When it comes to the price in the appreciation of the cedi no aye adwuma na ma enti sisi hu hia say obe small cocoa de akọ but God on there's an issue. Another issue no I see that for na ye call on a ban the next publication e ba ne say yemfa legislation ma na said the be ya ban foforo bia ba aban adwuma e fo etu omoka no when it comes to cocoa rehabilitation na eni se obi ye na adwen say me twen 6 months ansa na madwen ho say me ya because every day cocoa tree are infected no e de ma another tree a enye infected ebe no it can you imagine say out of the 1.9 million hectares of cocoa farms in Ghana no MPP aban eba ye no na emu 500,000 infected with the disease as I say any abane na babia hit ye the most again me am san ye me feature biem Western North madia me o
kafra
odon ye cocoa ni ye na ye man the highest tonnage of cocoa e wo Ghana has nti abane ye na adwen say obe rehabilitating 156,000 hectares of cocoa wantimi the otimi ye 67,000 and watimi handle over 40,000 hectares of cocoa farms no the abane rehabilitated 67,000 no and we are 74,000 farms and abane timi ye the remaining ones na kana is say cocoa board for and hand over the market for no go don ebesi ne program na ye no the na wo ne say ye twa cocoa ni gu a na ya ma cocoa foforo se fa kodua ni ama ye dika ma obode se kodua within 4 months ni asama economic trees say san dua udua wi na fi ye de cocoa number inti bode no ubetwa bode na di na ne ma no cocoa board for na asan ba ho na wasan tu ne ma na kan amomo aton
ni na da kufuado
yes go don ni asan do afuo ni ho 2 years e de amount free ni asan do afuo ni ho 2 years yes aban sesa ye no
omajai
sa remaining farms na ye hand over no contractors na esese omo hand afuo no edo mo ye ho bibia ansa na ye hand over no ya suspending ni nyina into obia
enfodi besen
yes obia ye twa ne cocoa na cocoa no ye duade ama no ya ye ho bibia wi aka se ye be hand over no aban sesa ye no ye hand over farmer no ono so a na afuo na service providers do afuo ni ho no eno so a ya san jan ena nipa no wadi amia mete say ye say aban rehabilitation of 200,000 hectares medical culture say MPP aban buy na 500,000 hectares out of the 1.9 million na say ena sidafo yesre aban say oma ye hu modeler obeyisu because modeler between 2012 to 2016 abani issue ye ne say ye twa cocoa na ye the seedlings na ma say wan kasa kona kodua unim de bi ye obi timi timi maneuver no wanya seedlings ni bi ontwa kokoo ne kura na ode akwa kosisi ne nkyɛn sɛ de bɛya ɛno wu no
na we na beti go ba
na nyini ɛte sɛ obi anya HIV na ode awo ne ba
fasia for anti prof kill ɛna asempani sɛ wo ase ho no obody be yo prof kill ɛna mote ne kan na kokoo industry no nipa bebre as the message feedback no ye da masipa feedback no obi ade abose suggestion: can your panel focus more on impact analysis and effects on target groups? Some scholars call it wake-up call politics, and it's very, very effective in politics. Target group, okay. It's we'll see. Kano, Kuka, Yanko.
Prof, I pay and Ushe Juma waya mayani in Churchill de Amayana, at least, or maybe ewo ni indicators odinjini and a baby offer free year 2024 about 2025 yentias say Mahama budget started from April 2025 and appropriate on spending onye hwe saa no man nyina yemane wo ho bipa choke ye de we ni ba kakra ka metro bibi
okay Mr. Sade Fatuso
ye wo no me bia under service ni industries say I started high na your projections one offer your friend is saying 1D1F wouldn't say all the activities are air course saying everything is halted under 1D1F no everything is halted ain't only pakoni nya indication from January say adie we no interest nimu bium from the current government no it doesn't matter inflows and inputs ye di ahemu no so only pakon funds na ban oped diversion senior obeya obetumi sustain ni growth any sa normal into again industries and services will struggle there for agenda 111 it was a projection again under service and industry because at the Numa beba at the growth beba all of a sudden ya halt is no many now she can nurses dodua ebeko sa facility no and ya adie ba ko we forget is enye the medical practitioners ni pewo there are special services from accountancy management in the they are special services a for the management and running of the health facilities and also a job. All those things have been halted. Utie Mahama a month ago or call one of the health nurses facilities no or see omubo nurses in this anomaly where end be good. Utie nurse strike no more corner budget no or say obey any day and count. So it tells you there is an intentional halt on the growth phase of our health system. For your creative industry, the number of people who come to the country to have fun, tourism, and this animal. When say by now, because of the festivals now, can you feel the people coming? Because again, you halt the marketing services, the engagement services of the foreigners and everything to tell them, continuous catch up and say, Ghana is a destination in the world to have fun with peace and everything.
I slow down.
So if 3 year mafei who share again, these are key industry indicators, and even in Ghana, your GDP, the tourism sector contributes a lot. So if there is a dip, it was our side where
it be affected,
we can first quarter any omu financial projection and now say omu figures omu diama ye di year juma figures and actual sika any normal ya spendi from 2024 a spillover any ye ho adwuma enye omo de enti message obia say sa figures we ye ni screenshots the first quarter will be Mahama's the second quarter of the year
will be Mahama's actual year.
Yes. Na year March ni hwe because if other strikes are pending so once productivity is going to be hit. How many strikes are pending? Closer
bebre wom
ewo ho
Mortuary Workers Association almost dey ginem
what you see. So no many be wo ho ne ye ka credit ye ka sa no na a government that will give you 10.5 say eno na ye adwuma o but behind the scenes no onu use 11 to project Randiabi Koko say so a o su ni dwado a odwanya ne say we lose 30% of ne revenues because of
forex.
They have requested 3% to be drawn from
for
the reserves.
Yes. Enti but already o case we lose 30% because of the dollar. But you see oba a project na e kokoso no ka o sustain na e be ma a certain growth. Enti even if that percentage should work ka ubetumi wo figures na profit kana ka ubetumi regain a lot of the lands to get more growth. Enti ka o sa 30% no can affect you
Prof kill ya fa kill to aso na
Let's kill.
yeah okay. Because had the MP fake doctor now you see wutie no a baby ebebusa the university ni din bia no ontime mo no one just born be 4 times oka bia o kan undertone Kingston no that whole step say which university was Kingston no was that they baby I feel was Kingston why what should I no more Sunday interview no me why not so okay Matthew
Also offline so
I see what people don't know is that in the case we have online and offline.
Which one is the offline?
In person. Irregular. Offline. Say no the meeting lecture no.
Yaka tell general.
But no. Wait, no. The masters no cry say check you. Also, yeah, the masters will take.
You bebusa, don't worry.
No, about Kwame Nkrumah.
That be host to the kind. I like to cry a suspect.
I like your suspect. For you know, we are investigating Alaji.
Wait. The first time meeting in the team was now. I think the electoral commission same.
We be join the Numbino.
And I will join the new man and myself Huawei or prepare. One day problem about one.
Separate process.
Oh yes. Maybe one day.
I just say yanko unya penyata ni general do yi.
Look, say on tia obi tia obeka chen. Maka che Peter da. Say many opinion or your lecturer at University of Ghana or call law or court. Obia nim no those days no owo lego no obia per constitutional matters any ya frɛ Dr. Ayini say owo nim die it came to a time about parliament and I make a chair no direct say doc I think politics is diluting your law. I told him direct me catch no ono obedi I told him direct say I think politics is diluting your law. And I'll say you think so? I disagree. And I've said that's my opinion because I know you and I know how you are doing things now. Say, and mama said the America no is even escalated. Say politics and say I diluting the principles and then the law. Me who be that say at least Fourth Republic must start to say me vote to. Attorney General, longest Attorney General. Yanya or Ghana say obeda someone. Never in all the years Attorney General obeda someone or yeah Attorney General or holy press conferences about cases or person prosecuting court. Okoye, we've had other generals. Your friend Jogati. Yeah, who Betty Moidrusu Crown or attempt here. She had one press conference. And no crown. She didn't mention specific cases or they all kind of say we jail them. we jailing there. Eventually, she ended up going to education center. One jail obia. Who attorney general so my ba me who say obi yen no trials are also obia committee criminal offense. The first place obeko enye court to. The first place obeko ye media. Me who be that. I say Peter no man said and tie ye. Peter so my example of United States attorneys omutimi attorneys omutimi ba a press briefing about cases in those jurisdictions. No, what they do is say they charging a pani we are no aba no abobo say briefing no about Nipa way has been charged for this offense, and these are the cases briefing no. One never in his briefing sawaka say wakwa by say why say Nipa way ma charging no never. The ON say, "Woye judge in the court of public opinion." You see, this is a tendency. This is populism. Say no, omo say, "Yaba say yebeye oral." Abain na oifemu no. Ne call for alutu the state. Omai di bone, but you see. So let's put it in the minds of Ghanaians to say, Bonnie or my dear, and no. So this one is to give a to Ghanaians to say, or my de Bonnie to the extent to say, Bonnie no mudi any, but Bonnie I will be prosecuted be and yet in the court of public opinion is a court of law, yeah. But Omai and Margin said they will not do that. They started with a Dubai. We say Omodi about NSS. You see the danger of it. Nobody is talking about what he's doing, but we are not looking at the danger. We all send a panidim bibia and people are just watching. Why be court of Bonnie Pano say or no I guilty even before you go. Yes. Even in court. Yes.
There is a woman.
Yeah.
Nikun as part of the divorce process.
Yes.
Was in Nikun the favor.
Yes.
Yes. Because Waliki. Yes. Yes. Yeah, because Waliki the charge.
Yes. Exactly.
Nema between the two of them, the man has made it possible.
Yes.
How much more?
How much more? Even in court. How much more? You are holding press conference. I say Nipa the bonnie. Even before you go to court, and you see the impact. Nobody is talking. Ghanaians we are watching, and I hear them all also. Do you know impact on those people? Say neba
omuma. Yes.
Of course, na I say oh papa and now mommy. Yes, we wieska. Me want no court has proven say Ovieska.
Yeah.
I just have a investigator no here do Boadu case no. She allegations or and all this or presenting court.
Yeah.
Those it is coming out to say Nipa ne bebre almost wa be account to private account to be ni niema is coming out to say account no be no was sanctioned by
the national security
apparatus.
And they are moving away from it.
This is it. Meanwhile, almost wa creating account a direct scar they found him guilty in the court of public opinion. Why do we do this to ourselves? Look, say to the extent they say also more found or more guilty in the court of public opinion, no, they should come for plea bargaining. Plea bargaining and yet by force. Nipa no accused person no now nipa. Now I say, oh, me share charges now the amame no. Me court made for. And now can I say I'll be guilty.
Me different I don't know.
Me my dada. Nti who call plea bargaining no. Na nema na crime now committed no. There's a way out. The normal you not go through the normal trial. Look, my main count the criminal by law now can say criminal and other offences procedures amendment act 2022 act 1079. Now when you guys say under this act no, you agree say ebiawa committee offense no until my call a full trial. The court will then decide they say maybe mitigation says kabia no way to na bibia now punishment you don't go to sentence na the amount no. But in your case no obia amba say me my guilty o. Now forcing the punishment by plea bargaining based on what charge?
Now when I said we go Paul Ma a more indicting and damning on the integrity of the Attorney General.
Yes.
Our plea bargaining no. Judge no.
Yes.
In the Dubai case, the judge ne can say plea bargaining time will rule. Now, plea bargaining can only happen when full disclosures have happened. It's now as a one I will force woman.
Somebody running away. The person who even have to agree, say, me, I default, I'm guilty. It goes for when no one charge you, even the people you are talking about, you've not charged them.
Yes. Was a bomber plea bargaining.
They are now suspects, they are not even accused persons. You say, Omombra plea bargaining based on what? Who allegation or no? Who concern or gather no? Gossips now gather you know like your aura gossips now member of your committee say about 80 or 90% here concern now they have to go into the issues again. That is what this attorney general is doing.
Was say judge orders full disclosure before plea deal in Eduboa in a trial.
Yes.
Now I say Justice John Nyadunyante, the presiding judge in the trial of former Signals Bureau Nobonidi, has ruled that any discussions regarding a plea bargain can only proceed after full disclosures have been filed and served on the defense.
Yes.
I said the directive came after the prosecution requested additional time to submit the necessary documents. But paragraph B was saying, while the judge did not publicly explain the reasoning behind the directive, it followed a private sidebar meeting involving Justice Nyante, Dr. Sremsai, and defense lawyer Samuel Ategya. The meeting was held at the request of the Deputy Attorney General. Sorry, I'm reading the headline in here. Judge orders full disclosure before plea deal in a Dubai trial. They are forcing people. And a judge can say, more documents in mind.
More filing be to show say Nippon first of all the person offenses now they are in offense be no offense be charge any crime because every law it must be punishable by law. Crime be also be a comment. There must be a law making it an offense. So that's why you say more year charges no be who no mark categorize no match say offense in law na e back such charge no enuni. There's no offense a law back no. So that's what they do. You have not done that. I work with holy press conference or say in your conclusion Ghana or my via Ghana is over 540 million Ghana cedis. And today when you go into the media, former appointees of President Akufo-Addo more national service no we are Ghana over 540 million dollars in Ghana cedis, and yet you have not charged a single one of them. Plea bargaining, okay, we all know say is about a crime say and a mutual law no, so the only thing na plea bargaining so and affecting is say Wontumi a plea bargaining treason, high treason, genocide, rape, kidnapping, murder, and those things, and no their treason say plea bargaining them. This you committed murder, high treason, near attempted murder, kidnapping, and no they want to me a plea bargaining. But when it's about money, just about money, and no they obey to me plea bargaining, but plea bargaining yen to wo what he say wo because I own our attorney general no obi a committee offense to your mind and your investigation. Where do you go, Gordon? You go to court.
Yes.
Also on the defense lawyers, but now whether the charges now prefer against no or you're guilty or no. It is on that basis now. Obeka said, looking at no on the lawyers, looking at these things, I think that we may not succeed, and therefore let's reduce a trial in the young cartesian. Now court had decided the appropriate young who or your friend saying
if Atwesen was supposed to be the first person to take advantage of the plea bargaining, but he bought it was so would not honest person.
Fortunately, all those people have responded. So some of them, at least a former minister for youth and sports, will issue statement. Say Bonini Akisu no on the Bonibia, but he will be in court to answer those charges as any unmentioned charges now. So what I'm saying is it is a departure near my name. But you see, Peter, I know Peter can be and margin alcohol.
But they say Mrs. Abonti don't have the back.
Because there are no matters of in matters are young to make our bedroom. And I can't say.
I know.
Yes. or say this and populism no more. Sometimes I think it is deliberate to put in the minds of even the judges. Say asama ede bano ne pano ade for that. So be careful the way you are handling the case. And also to tell Ghanaians to say, all round they no more no say
they are satisfying those
exactly. But that is not fair. What they are saying no court. And I'm say you can go to court with all these gossips wagada. But evidence, make us a lawyer always says facts is not necessarily evidence in court.
Of course.
Facts are not necessarily
stronger than appetite.
Ube so obi akun obi o. Ba obe court who need evidence say nipana.
You have to prove it.
You have to prove. That is why when matters come, the place you should go is the court of law.
There's a difference between manslaughter and the murder.
Exactly. So these things are more deliberate. But you see, it is something Ghanaians will have to speak against. And then it may be Kojo.
Yeah.
Tomorrow
it may be
Peter.
Yeah.
Or it may be Audu. And that is the time your quotation be I say yaba mona moye Bible mo say yaba e far way also onye e fa Roman also onye
enya Bible.
Okay.
Enya Bible quotation ma ba ha no e
bubi na kan quotation no about time in the hall.
Yes.
So Rebecca said me ne enye me na attorney general the year me have not bothered the clergy, the so-called intellectuals, the intellectuals, any civil society group, CSOs, and we have allowed this attorney general to injure reputation of people.
The metima can say one more MPP from Penny for a year Bobo Mudi say no, or also pay good lawyers.
And he said something that is very dangerous.
So I was saying,
Enra. Some reporter also or your bar also free chronicle. Okobisa say, ono what say MPP lawyers, defense lawyers, they charge you they will frustrate the cases. So that Ebel to say Dr. Opunidiano, so that Ebel they kill long, they will not be prosecuted. That new MPP government are not almost agile.
They said don't why you say
only the okay. Only the okay. On our new strategy. He has done his work well, and nobody can make the case travel. They'll be young. The time I honestly won't say they should be found guilty.
But you see, it is a we are an idiot. Just a we are an idiot.
The case are who they are court. What say you then know time our case in the baby, and that you will prevent somebody or in the defense, taking the place through the processes. Very long. Have a short way. I will be a case.
Which means as some quite be our so-called appealer.
Yes,
he has a way of
trying to even stop you from appeal.
But are you surprised? John Mahama, Akase was the governor of the Bank of Ghana. Omuni baby omode forex exchange in the Ebuakoto, which was very irresponsible. Say a market force will determine. By then a president say one governor
also between $10 and $12.
Determine.
Also they will determine.
But they don't determine it.
No, you see, you only determine when you are talking artificial determination.
But is that right?
Previous governor
Addison
can say if he wanted to bring the dollar to 10 cities, he would have done.
He should have done that. He should have done that.
No,
he should have.
The consequences would have been
stronger than appetite.
Until I remember saying economy.
And called you a Yamedasi.
Yes.
Who was that one? Say,
Brother Q.
Used to be that's the part. Yes.
100 bonnie.
I will find him.
Sir, your majesty can free Ghana honor there. In the case of say you two a chief justice.
Yes.
One of the petitioners or no compound interest. But Ghana, some say Kofu di bonne, na say Ghana sika on Kofu and also on my plea bargain or a plea bargain na say ye sika one who asonte.
Yeah, and unfortunately, and I'm saying almost say the law is a law. Unfortunately, they're using the law to be cruel to. They're using it in a cruel manner, effective. nipa na obo ni Daniel Fori no one asked for campaign entrance.
Yes.
And no now in the case
supported by the NDC.
Supported by nipa no a or your chairman investigating probing the Chief Justice. And now no, you see this law is an ass. And away and as a guy way or now your petitioner yes see at the committee level he will not testify. No allegation
on petitions in they are not going to give testimony. They are going to bring
kind of law is. They did not write the petition. Is it why the Attorney General
their names were used?
Is it why the Attorney General is saying that he knows the way to stop
of course
defense lawyers from delaying the cases?
I sanity. All right,
I say also how much is
it's a movement stronger than appetite.
100 we won't convert it as scale mommy 459
for them
for national service no any allegation no and also say allegation
okay
monko a millions seglement
$200 million.
In fact the matter before court my understanding is that it's $177 million seglement they match in court.
But the project cost total was
project cost. Yes. But you see, the court $177 million.
Dollars. You are not interested.
You are not interested.
What's why 1 year but no fee?
Ebi also name said their own frustrated cases. Why don't you continue and move? Make sure say case na work out no. Sebio ebi MPP for no man delay case no. Why don't you facilitate to end the case at the first?
Debbie, what friend? The one you say, what friend? What
Obi what case are $177 million. You are not interested. Why discontinue? Why discontinue?
1 minute.
Yes. Why discontinue? And also be allegations are you are taking the person to court. Edu Wahin. Edu Wahin the sika no is saying almost 49 million Ghana cedis. 49 million Ghana cedis and $177 million and the NS.
All right,
to get for this country.
And as I question beside the my man found call 11 1%. Yes, yes, 11 1% in
yes.
A bot of mine into my year for hormone. Me
Moka economy man because
I would miss all them patcho. I cannot just mention e-levy keke. What is it about e-levy? What I may say is e-levy and this are buying in about 2.3 billion or so, 2.1 billion into watching. Now Ghanaians should celebrate the fact to say 2.1 billion yet they are magana for ABC Butu. Sana finance minister kan and now omodi d levy dumuso levy aba almost omo project is ombenya be 5.6 billion 5.7 billion it wa me 2.1 billion they say mbutum ba ko uwie ya wasan be shabe wura matade mu e be 5.7 billion akọ adana mi heliu me busasa adana mi heliu
no because one of me start to me no man.
Okay.
Uno, ade enya won now say 2.1 million no edoso dodo. And I say one uncle. Nipa no dey buy, o say nipa no nko na nipa no beji unkwa. O dey na ba. So bana say o say to more, why are you crying?
You have to cry because yeah.
Okay. You see Ghana for me I said say majority no amodiama majority no amodiama NDC for
you me allow
majority no amodiama NDC for parliament and they will use this majority to misbehave and they are using it
to misbehave. Very true.
When you say Ilevy the parliament omo konto say Ghanaians were not properly educated on Ilevy and yes sir to the extent say 1.5% na ankaede kono omo ye dede sa eventually when omo halt is a passing of 11 no Kojo Ponkum as education minister any
information minister
information minister
yeah
any finance ministry omo across all the regions any communication
and the finance minister
omo educating Ghanaians way after that, and I call ya, and I approve here, you know, for Ghanaians to understand. We no almost say doom so levy on night.
Send it to the doom so no. They don't say doom so no. Under the cover of darkness.
So why are you people worried?
They sneaked it in.
So they went into the night within 20 less than some few hours.
It was night.
And all mono and this is for yeah.
Alhaji Mamenko prof. D levy, doom so levy 10%. Almost say about 8.5% or so. We work here. Now ye levy free hormone say 2.4 billion. Inti ese government so wa ya the power me o disika be besi butum afed wo di dum so levy aba age 5.7 billion every year hormone prof we no you situate the say
God on say o my baby and nam na say and am sama na say chi for yes akasa bi so be do bi no ye tra hwa be hay near ho no say recently them say Minister of Finance about Parliament but to just say when you a new ways I on my better
I was so a steady gun economy no
in fact in bombing summer or casawie or say who here say a bit your tax new tax a baby now or casawie almost for back room innovative ways or cancel your home better because here say being here new tax beam obi at your tax anything tax you easy global no people no catch us say you a new introduction of taxes we born some
of course
na ankodu bebia na e ba say that sorry I say bet you no taxes na aye dia ma say begia to na godo make us somewhere me can calculations now I don't want to even come to the calculation part.
Okay
because I there bit here
there bit here
then you know
kill a bit here good and 16th as I say
yeah calculations now where's a gallon where's a liter where's a gallon where's a liter let you say and then bit here so we come miles so we come here we there bit here now me problem pie reasons sir you do kutia sa tax now okay records you know report on the buyer now on my 5 reasons why taxi who here say betia me a honey me problem say gallon say little o the infanto so o call nofo so call sato so call the end o call pampo betia 5 reasons no reason ba kwa omo ban beto dwa ne say rev ayina ebeba no enka
ka de benya free no
revenue no or say ebeba without price hikes you say
at the pump President Mahama the cancer asem
or say the levy will not raise pump prices because of strong cedi
how then I send this prof Mr. Mo chibi mu
or say sa levy ebay emma pump prices no and cost so that because of cedi no ahondia bom
we a level economics
so no what kind what's on a level economics yeah what kind
now now IRPP yeah the position betudwa a publication on this 5 reasons now no kware omu say o say cedi ahonde nti no ya kotofu na price no en cost really I mean cause cedi no it's not strong go see him 2024 they lose about 30%. Okay, but BOG data over. Yeah. So levies always trickle down to consumers. Levies always will trickle down to consumers. You bet ya. Diesel and petrol prices ebe cost. A cost so se consumers almost encounter. So fuel and diesel price cost how it ya?
But
ebe cost transportation.
Yes.
Now go into food. Now go into businesses. Then no can say sadi. You home toy. na nyina de bia no idwane taxes so hajin into no kware ni ebeka obia ebeka business ebeka transportation ebeka fuel na yema aban adia asa de obetima ye ho yebisa say I don't cut government waste so also the for expect your other government waste luxury cars I don't cut it bloated appointees payment to your mom no I don't cut it in na other reason go don sa kan ba ko na is interesting o say fuel yi o pese o de energy sector price o hono yes o say addressing energy sector debt and shortfalls
but you want the kind
memo na buy no circular na buy reasons e o mu no
okay
5 reasons
o say bill bia wo memorandum the reason what they bill remember
yes
o state before accompanying the bill memorandum accompanying the bill and now
reason also accelerating energy sector debt and shortfalls who say question is answer a crisis on the Dubai so person energy sector and shortfalls so what is our problem by claim on we say also the energy sector debt stands at $3.1 billion and it requires 3.7 billion to clean up energy sector debt no or say the energy sector debt stands at 3.1 and it requires 3.7 billion to clean up
and the usual 5.7 billion okay Prof, the headline wing new doomsday levy to pay for liquid fuel. Kwakupacho mame flyer na me board fast answer mako. Flyer won't me for my. I should see within the next 5 minutes. I just will be your query. New doomsday levy. New doomsday levy to pay for liquid fuel, not settle debt. John Jinapo, Energy Minister, was saying. Minister for Energy and Green Transition, John Jinapo. Heading on. Okay. New doomsday levy to pay for liquid fuel, not settle debts. John Jinapo.
That contradicts them.
Who know? Prof, what they who know? It would have my main cop be being direct quotation. See, the property was saying direct quotation. We've been working very hard since our time in office, but quickly, this is not actually to pay for legacy debt. What we are doing is that we've studied the system, we've done the analysis in the energy sector, and the basic truth and fact is that the liquid fuels that we buy currently are not part of the tariff structure. So, when you and I pay for electricity, even if ECG were to collect the money 100% today, none of that money will go into the procurement of liquid fuels. It is not for debt clearance. It is to buy fuel. Energy Minister.
To prevent them, to stop doing so.
No, Prof. Someone dream. Hajing.
In fact, I knew when they said they did the approach.
Yes.
Or said the other reason of the buyer said the third reason. Or said preventing sector collapse. You repeat exact words what you say. Preventing sector collapse. Into obekanu to kromusa. There also kotia. Also I said that because yantia sector no egu. Fear mongering to justify more taxes.
Me can't say we prof can what's some wapa man. Me can what's that fair they be boogeyman. BOG last time make BOGEY boogeyman. Settings me that say no settings government. Proper mama minutes never wrap up or the
rapper say one more claims claim no the power sector will collapse without this levy. That's all the person actually yentia will collapse but go down question is when this collapse are you buy problem better
John Mahama no take or pay
na asan bisa ne say nti na energy finance minister be kasa na me for say obema other innovative ways renewable energy akodi say
oh that
so into your tax other areas renewable energy akodi say
how much are investing there?
But no reasons no and person because I say fear now the shenko for
yeah
when tia be collapse when tia afi ehunhun nti no na kofa kotia
all right
take go down let me say kakra me kana me den kofa
prof maybe sa prof yeah my
say your point no busa do chiro
dabi e won from so there be better prof o ja say time already budget
na mun ka bi mu
almost me da me say alezo o nyina me na me apanyi
yo
yes say prof almost say o my savings by uncapping
yes
uncapping plus our economy mentia say o almost say abai no mark uncapping get fund until this savings are I've get fund on bet you free senior high school o ma uncapping health sector levy omo de bet you e na me bisa say uncapping no almost o manya extra fund no Peter prof who mentia says we 10 million Ghana cedis and I'm say 10 million Ghana cedis and sort of say member Peter 5 million no member no 3 million member kwaku instead of member no 2 million member no 1 million member say na my na sa na me di arrest na akoshe baby o buy no say 5 million na me di na 10 million no o say 5 million na me di ma Peter me ma no 3 million no say o de 5 million ni na be ma no o de weska ni na be ma no o so
It's a movement stronger than appetite.
10 million now me na me say instead of giving 5 million me ma 2 million out of the 10 million also because of the fact that you are returning the money, remove the money from other sites no their sectors no their money. Even though the 10 million no na worry arranging no also create extra what create reference space what can say space no man can say space extra almost extra revenue extra money for other things payment here say
me bacho we de chimu we die ye be police ye ko officer ne nyina yesua de in the meantime anya hwe Peter
Godon
bra
me unza me class prefect enti ana
Mr. Kwai. Oh, me kono me the Bible no Korean mun tan kan.
Prof ya kan yo.
O go fa na eswa efi.
Me the jam na mo kasa na kofo.
But udi nyami jaye. But Professor Boadu
antenna voices na e wolu. O slow say o kwa ade no be slow.
Peter, try tum yanko. O de ye fa hefa.
Me say say ye kan ni mienu ya.
De ni mienu.
Oh, they are large kind prof one
Dum so levy. Any attorney general. Ko yanko.
I'm the class prefect.
Koso meet you.
And I John Jinapo on say that asema omo kan wan say me. Omo kire say ne fare by pa technical lawsuits, consumer lawsuits and IPPs in the buy. Na ne man hu yen say before 2024 elections near oil energy minister Jinapo.
Yeah.
When ECG call parliament ekoma omo audit report.
Yeah.
All kasa about technical losses near do say yentu abama NDC. Na say NDC we near I'm quoting him. Within the first 100 days we will involve Ghanaian entrepreneurs, that is private sector. They can partner foreign companies for the expertise and injection of capital to address the billing and collection of the ECG, to address the technical and consumer losses. We must address or stop the bleeding. We will also restore the cash water fall mechanism and respect that, unquote.
Peter,
yes.
Before we continue, only say they are almost involved private sector.
Yes.
Yeah. They want to do it a PADS like system.
Yes.
Semantics PDS the system no
so
started exactly but when they about PDS even though they started it,
yes,
that's what they want to only say start processes no.
Yeah Oh yes, there's a committee. Almost the recommendation ban. Yes. The point is that NDC for any Ghana for NDNA in relation to the energy sector and sense. Yes.
Okay.
And before the elections, John Jinapo, no, I know a minority spokesperson. The car said within the first 100 days, cure the two main driving issues are energy sector debt in the Kosovo, which is the technical losses and the consumer losses. Do kind of the Mahama State Donation Address or some also so what directed the minister, luckily John Jinapo, to look into that so. Now, my our very good friend after forcing
what he said
about the budget,
yes,
about those energy sector debt.
Yeah, or the other can say, oh, he will not tax us to pay inefficiencies.
And I know ne vetting.
Okay.
But ne budget statement to Parliament, paragraph 152 on the energy sector debt, without increasing the levy, we will also review the Energy Sector Levies Act to consolidate the Energy Debt Recovery Levy, Energy Sector Recovery Levy, and Sanitation and Pollution Levy
realignment,
and use the proceeds to cater for the energy sector shortfalls and service the inherited debt service obligations. Unquote.
Bam.
So what happened? Say with also tomorrow, without increasing the levy, ombeka ni na boom any sanitation ni pollution levy ni na ombeka boom. Now Oma use the proceeds to cater for the energy sector losses. So the question is, this much budget statement that are to force to read your budget.
So Moka now did you believe it?
Oh, so are you saying the financial customer
there's a record.
Are you saying that the finance minister be Ghana for so also on to BBM in terms of and 2 months down the line or the levy be bar na joa
it's even not about so whether we be the next 1 year. What did he say? And what is he implementing now?
Budget statement on to without increasing the levy.
I ask the question because there's a track record say Omokasa Omundi so.
My final point Dominic Ayene Attorney General and said
a minute.
No. Class with Togo.
Share. CD.
Alaji Khan. Oh God no. General manager say Adam for no. Don't know what I say. I don't know they call 11.
Bedroom baby cry be call 12.
Oh, that I agree with you. Nyami adma be abeg get to Christmas or no. Ye be hwe na ye ne mayi.
Oh. Me Dominic Ayene na minimum from afar. Alaji ya na dem call parliament. Alaji ka ye call parliament ye ko share no.
Yes.
On ye ne din ko na mu oh papa no wa ben. He say ne admission of nyoma bi ne kasa bi. That they me enjoy any power. If you me pen asem prekope.
Me ana dem Peter Chiano.
Yes. But ene as attorney general no em won wa pa o. Na me wa dwiri me. Ade o ye dangerous. Say ukwa bruchira. Omu yesa. No. When the investigations bibia are done, near charging no. Now how investigations ground you? Who there was a question be bisa no so obe charge next month.
How? It's what they did to see almost say enron kwai do kwaye.
And here they should come for plea bargaining. Who charge me?
And I don't know what tias na.
Oh, what?
Now that what I said the work KD. But me I believe in him but the way ye dey. Oh, mischief.
Who? I mean NEC propaganda is influencing him.
That's what I told him. Very disappointed. So if you go also charge you or court mpa. And non chesa o ma wa charge you nyina o ma defo. Quality grains. Nana ato dazi. No can you charge no. But in the end, he was acquitted and discharged.
Yes.
And he said nana ato dazi sa. Nana ato dazi at the time ke ye ni sa. And nanka court acquitting and discharging and ne. The papa. Wako Alaji ka kwesi ahoy in cash pro case in Sensembi. Zufu senka attorney general at the time ye ni sa. Dike ne ko pa sa be di minister bi o. Adna
Senidi.
Yes. Meanwhile article 19 about fair trial. Say even so charge you obi mpo every new e be kan. But me say telephone here phone in article 19. Say wo charge you obi mpo. Na say oba court until say nipa no would not fight through the process ni mu fair no untimi ka say we di bone. Why do we do that to ourselves? when unim say wo so ye de wa a plus be can big akra fa you were not happy.
Asma to me. Papa gina me de to so no.
Yes.
Osen wo pie.
Yes.
Nti oba back no de hwe. Na nasare.
Yes.
I hear you projected me on your screen.
Yes.
You connived and condoned with the girls without my express and explicit consent.
Yes.
Ayine will make a press conference on you. Yeah, dog.
That's a good one.
It is a way that me for him. And I mean you me feel.
Yes,
oh, you back home. You be back
Mustafa Yusuf issue statement.
Yes, me was statement. Mr. Sadi ba chofa to so.
Gift you cry issue.
No, gift them you win. Gift them
who gift
share gift them mama. Okay.
Why?
Me send e ayi dem ma.
Say woman na on charge o mo.
Dabi.
And so go and check TikTok and social media. Your boo omukum for dada.
Gift no one buy. When she was outside the country, no one kasa and the buy say what say no.
Me wo special
president so wa Johnny. It's a state of the nation.
That was a very reckless statement from the president. Me wo appeal to baby. Ma wo bi emu wo bi for. Abra allegations yaba.
Yeah.
Obi a wo ye MPP ni. Now the whole MPP setup is under attack. Reach out to people. Yes, no. Reach out to people. Reach out to people. Yeah, you sadly edi woman.
Yeah.
And now probably no be busami na we wa be mu de no de mawo. That question for me is neither here nor there. Mesrem. Me krampo keka me ye che me no. Enkofo a omo eye omo aso mo ba ho no minim wo mo edela me da papa ben ma ya ma obi me minister bi makochi obi bi ti me ye npa kon papa ben ye chiche ma wontumi nkofo beda yoku anim ho no 5 days wanim wo mo mesre sa question say oh munya mo nkwe na wono wo wa ban mu de no wo ye ma wo no mesre obi anfa sa question enko shade ka bude kotum na efa palo koto ano. It doesn't arise now because a drew so a drew so a near busa sa question now you won't survive it. There's nobody in this country yeah the home ba asem a ye busa obi ase na wa ba mu e den wo ye ma wa ubenya the whole Ghanaian say obi ase we wo ye say na ma me we say in fact President Nana Addo Kufuor yeah, we implemented free SHS kwampo no. We catch us we nya ho hwe na bem me wa.
Baby.
Enti aden na obi ho kye na obeka se wonye hwe maame enti no emwa bi na so wo beti di aboni bako na wo se memwa. Mesre reach out to them. This is the time they need you the most. So they are going through turbulent times enye papa
omunya akwan ka o masem
obi amom kwa amom nka o masem na asem ne se be court nti no they wouldn't want to omom person be kasa mesem reach out to them tell them say
they demonize them
Peter
conclude me conclude remark
class prefect me concluding remarks class prefect
power Jerry Rawlings enya 19 years ebu mai 11 years na ne de oda no so de ka se provoke o tikura anye fe ye me fa amra yitim be fa oba
ele koka
edu baby
koka den de so
edu baby na ono ana ni party mumpo no ayamo
problem de moderate
you should be careful when power
Peter repeat
me that's it
repeat the sabio
okay repeat
to me political power
yes
ehu ye de manwa na almighty Jerry John Rawlings enya 19 years edibu oman as oman panyini emu 11 years no oda osore na koka se de ntinya fi o kasa munko fa ne tinim na yetimi ko fa e de ne bre no de ope edu baabi no onu ani political party mumpo no ayemobo
edidi na tem ko kwara didi na tem
bam
onu ani political party no ayemobo ntene wanya tumi na se ntu so do be sai hunuanom akan se magu omo so wabla mu nya opportunity so mbeka o masem na se ya wo de se ebiasi wa brochire enti wobɛkɔ so akɔ
me da se
yɛn nyinaa yɛ wɔ ha
koka yɛnkɔ wrap up
I feel say mo your chief your friends and yeah
attorney general
why are offer so no me maka che ne say oni kan na ma onya akwanhia onko saa na bibi anko yie ma no 2028 saa try na ode ma nkofo no yen ye be vilify na chensa se won say A+ wey A+ abo A+ ho ba A+ so abo no ho ba
baby that's what say A+ anya yi a
na obi a so ye pre-bagging no nti so is alleged say so case why you say for we bra no amfa ma obegu enum ase o ma o period a say bu prof q me here abcd wa amfa ma ne ma amfa ma enye hope na wo bien na say
nib
akoye system a ne afrew is alleged say ye frewa we know you have this. We need it from you. If you don't bring it, we will not make life easy for you. And the fact is, why not in Nyansemu? What's me your comfort? What's me we are there? Who need evidence me we are there? But boami, na chemi, na
election petition crowd.
What do you mean? Something me say, anybody say, no probation.
Yes.
Man to me and Jeliwa.
Yes.
Yeah, mama baso.
That's right.
So all what is going on is vilification. And Mesre MPP in penning for. There are three things your communication no yen up yen redefine communication no. Now the legal department no yen palm no mun fresh anchor forward so that all the needed information no they liaise with the communication and then omun liaise we are every week say yen to me interface off no
online
no
online and offline
yeah to me online offline ni educate all the communicators so that when the communicators go out they can because there ye crop for no e socials no e be kan you
all right prof q yanko wrap up
no
yeah
na me wrap up me share free yes I do so living no pardon
e ho na we see Wontumi nko ba biem
na the address
adenti na yes Osha my joy online 16th May 2025. Yes, crows are causing power disruptions in Ashanti region. Just say kwakwan de bi. And air course dum so. Inti ade na many ebeje
snakes abem.
Snakes so
come.
Oh, my share story in the mount.
Okay.
Snakes if you cause light off war baby.
kwakwan de bi ama dum so aba
inti ade na many yenye kwakwan de bi to na many ye ba beje me to na ye de akoso dum so. Aba kwakwan de bi na wo de dum so na ba.
Hey!
Okay. Anya we ko 2016. And also the same Ashanti region. And then no say pete. And no say pete na ekoso dum so. NDC has no clue as to how to go about solving the energy situation. In fact, situation be any ho. Adentina for President Mahama nko ba na dum so conversation na asan sorry adentia. Adenna na do wo ho na 8 years no. Yenhu saa nneema we bo no nko aba no settings omo pe kwan akofa saa generators ni biemu asan de aba krom ha omo di kan nya kwan ene true omo majority in power no atimi de saa level ni de aba enye no nko a by going forward no say ya say etu otutu boy bi ye hwe nipa obeba be ka che me say mimi nkotu ato because obi to bomb woni krom because they told us say Ukraine there no and see Ghana ha say COVID almost COVID nya Ghana nko na ba ade na Ghana nko na ebesi ne COVID akọ ba yeguso a yeje COVID lebi. Let nobody come and tell me say Iran ni Israel for air kontokwa nti me nkotu ya ho to o so afakọ Iran ni Israel ho.
Prof K and na motenika no alaji
snake no
yeah
say me
awo is miti
say a power outage occurred on June 11, 2025 in the Ashanti region due to a snake entering Electricity Company of Ghana substation at Kwadaso in Ejuso municipality. The snake made contact between the feeder and the ground, triggering an automatic shutdown of the Aja Chrome 2 feeder line.
And we are anaconda now. It is all one so. Hey, as a penny, Babu, as oh my God.